At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop, Spicy City.
Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances, because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition. Proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed for real.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition, proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed for real.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Ready, set, let's go. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up. There's nothing you can do to stop it. I've been on the way up cause I know I'm popping. Hits, no misses. Clean up like the dishes. Ain't no point telling me to stop cause I won't listen. Every level got a new devil. I'ma give them hell cause I'm leveling up. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, leveling up.
welcome to another Friday night under the lights on Aycorp Sports. Tonight we're coming to you from the swamp on the campus of Malden High School, where the Greewave hosts the Charleston Blue Jays in a Class 1 District 1 matchup. Alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Corey Sisk, I am Bobby Alford. Corey, good to be back with you in the booth again this year.
Good to be back, Bobby. As you mentioned, this is an early Class 1 District 1 matchup between Charleston, with a record of 1-1, coming off of a win over Kelly and a loss last week in Week 2 against Potosi. The Greewave have had a rough time so far this year with back-to-back losses, 61-0. Malden has endured some tough times the past few years with a record of 1-30 since 2022. Coach Treston Pulley, in his second season at Malden, is attempting to rebuild a once proud program. He has a young group that if he can endure a lopsided losses early, they can get back on track and develop this into a solid team.
Yeah, and of note tonight, Zion Bell, number 7, he is out of the contest tonight. And, and they've got another man over there, a young man, number 44. He is also out. Looks like a leg injury there. I have to check my roster on him and get that. That is Damian Annister. So 2 kids out right there with injuries on this game. So, that's going to be something with a small number that Malden's got to fight through tonight. That's going to be a challenge for them. And not only tonight, the rest of the season, they've got to learn to work as a team with a small group of kids turning out for football. You've got to work hard and play smart during football games.
Yeah, I agree, Bobby. I'm kind of looking over our roster here with Malden. There's 3 seniors listed on their roster, 5 juniors, 13 sophomores, and 11 freshmen. So they're a very young football team. I think Treston Pulley's the guy that can develop this into a solid program, but he's got some rough times ahead of him until he gets there.
Yeah, tonight's captains for the Greewave are number 21, that is Devin Lewis, number 5, that is Jamian Benford, number 2, Tristan Moncrieve, and number 54, that is Manuel Riviera. And I would love to give you the Charleston Blue Jays captains, but I cannot make out the numbers over there right now.
Yeah, our officials for tonight is referee Zach Good, umpire Alex Becker, linesman Carter Pennington, head linesman is Harrison Pennington, and your back judge is Joe Kennedy.
Yeah, we are moments away from kickoff here. Other games going on around in the area, we'll get those to you as well. Captains for the Blue Jays are number 18, that is Otis Haynes, number 22, Jamarius Riggins, number 51, Jaden Fennell, I hope that's right.
Fennell.
And number 1, Jalen Rigney. So Charleston will receive the initial kickoff as Charleston will defer to the second half, and we are about ready to get this underway. Other games in the area tonight are Dexter at New Madrid, Jackson at Edwardsville, Illinois, Fredericktown at Park Hill Central, Donovan at Kelly, St. Genevieve at Kennett, Father Tolton at East Prairie, Cape Central at Sykeston, which you can catch also on the Aycorp Bulldog Nation networks. You can find that on YouTube. Poplar Bluff is at Farmington, and we've got this one here, Charleston and Malden. And also Scott City is at Hayti. That game is tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Bobby, I'm just getting so the East Prairie Father Tolton game started at 6 o'clock tonight, and Father Tolton is now up 35-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, we kind of saw one coming there. Father Tolton's got a very nice team this year. We will also get into some of the districts around this area, state rankings, as this is gone to later in the broadcast. As we await this one here, we have for the Blue Jays back deep to receive. That is number 1, Jalen Rigney, and number 4 is A.J. Wells. And kicking off for the Greewave, I will wait till I can get that number for us. Looks like number 54, and that is Manuel Riviera. Here's the kick. It is a low one. It's going to be picked up at the 32-yard line. Brought up to the near side over here. Cut up, looking for a lane, and he's got going to be taken down actually at the 46-yard line. On the return is number 10. That is Trayshawn Shandon.
Yeah, I thought he did a very good job of trying to cut up the field and get something out of that. Gives them pretty good field position to start their drive.
And I do believe the name Shannon I remember from the basketball season, so Charleston Blue Jay basketball player as well. As they will start their ball will lie at the 47-yard line of the Blue Jays. And they will be led by, I believe that is, quarterback is number 3, I believe that is Chasen Kirby. He is a Malden native, actually, come from Malden. Now his parents have gone over to Charleston, or teachers there. He went as well, so he throws that outside. It's complete to number 21. He's going to go all the way across field, and if he can get a lane, and he slips and falls there, so taken down. Catch made by Cameron Kimball on the play in a pickup of about 5.
Yeah, and if I remember right, Bobby, I think Kimball was one of their leading rushers last year. Very solid, very fast, and very physical athlete.
Jays will huddle. 2nd and 5 to go here, early in the first. It'll be 2 wide to the top, and they will have a sniffer back here to the bottom of the screen. Running back side of the quarterback in the gun. Here's the hands. Going to be a double handoff there. Upfield to number 5. He's close to the first down, just short of it. That hand goes to Caden Brennan.
I thought for that to be a double handoff, everything was kind of smooth flowing. Good control, good ball control, good carry.
So 3rd and a 1 yard to go right here for Charleston. 2 wideouts to the bottom of the screen here, and likely Kimball up the middle. That is going to be Kirby. He's going to keep himself. He goes up, and he is going to be past the first down marker there, taken down by a slew of Malden Greewave. Number 21, Devin Lewis, in on the tackle.
Not seen really anything so far on this drive that's explosive for Charleston, but we've seen these 3-4 yard carries at a time, pickups at a time, that's led into their first down.
And that's something right now Charleston's filling out. They're looking for holes and gaps in this defense, and where they can pick up yardage. Three wide at the bottom right here. First time we've seen that look out of Charleston. It's going to be a pass out from Kirby. It is caught, and that is going to be Rigney up, and he is taken down there by number 5. That is Jamarius Benford. That is going to be a loss of 1 on the play there, Corey.
Yeah, I felt Malden did a good job at reading that, getting back there, and like you said, getting him down for a loss of 1.
And a little bit, that play steps out, and Malden's able to attack well. Watch that play, Corey. I'm interested if Charleston's going to see that and go downfield here before too long. Again, bunched up receivers at the bottom of the screen. Sniffer back behind the line there. Here's the hand goes to Kimball up the middle. He's going to try to avoid a tackle, and he is going to be gobbled up by several Greewave there. Again on the play, that is number 5, Jamius Benford. I believe I've mispronounced that a couple of times. I hope I got that right this time. But Benford very aggressively in on that tackle.
Yeah, I feel like Malden has kind of picked up on that run game just a little bit to the outside there. I feel like they're doing a better job this drive or this series rather at holding that run game of Charleston.
And I want to say this very carefully. I don't want to say that Kimball is afraid of getting hit, but he's trying to avoid the hit instead of trying to hit the hole right there. He danced a couple of times on that play. There he is. The end moves as well that time. Outside has got a block there. Pushes out to first down yardage. Stiff arm gets him down near the 20-yard line as he is taken down there. So big pickup and a first down for Charleston.
Bobby, I want to just point out, I'm going to look at the replay here, but that was a huge block. I'm wanting to say it was number 1 on the end there. No, it was number 5. Number 5 just delivers a huge block out there that opens that up for Kimball.
Yeah, that was
Caden Branham. Yeah.
So 1st and 10, ball is at the 22-yard line for Charleston. Kirby now has a fresh back to his left. Looks like number 4, that is Wells. Here's Kirby. He's going to pitch it outside to Wells. He's got it near the line of scrimmage, taken down there. So another good defensive play from Malden.
And Malden's defense, Bobby, isn't looking too bad with them run drives like that. Considering the speed of Charleston, Malden's, I feel like their defense is hanging with them pretty well.
Yeah, just outside of one run right there, you have Malden's not looked too bad defensively right here. Looks very engaged in this game. Kirby now gets his play into his team as they will spread. Rigney all the way down to the bottom of the screen here, the wideout. He does have size on his defender. Here is the fake hand. That's going to be Kirby upfield. He's got a blocker in front, and he's going to cut to the outside near the end zone and in. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Nice run by Chase Kirby.
Well, Charleston got their second big run of the night, and it goes for 22 yards and a touchdown there as Kirby gets in, so puts them on the board 6-0. Another look at that play there. He just gets behind. Look, that is Shandon on the replay. And
yeah, there was some good blocking out in front of him there, too, by I believe it was Shandon and number 1 there, Rigney, on the outside. There's some pretty good blocking there in front of him.
Jody Scott on to kick the extra point. There's the snap, and it is going to be no good. He just got up under that football and kicked it straight up in the air. So the game will stay to 6-0. It's going to be Malden football when we come back in 30.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
Welcome back to Malden, where Charleston strikes first. In this one, they had a 22-yard touchdown run by Mr. Chasen Kirby and puts them up 6-0 as they will prepare to kick off. Looks like the deep men for Malden are number 21, that is Devin Lewis, and also, I believe, number 5 at the far side of the screen, Jamius Benford. I could be. I think that is Tristan Moncrief. Correct me on that, on number 5.
It looks like number 2. Yeah, Moncrief.
Yeah, that is Moncrief. That is going to be number 21 taking the kick there. And good tackle. Very good tackle there by
Timothy Frazier, yeah.
Yeah,
read that just perfectly.
Great form tackle. Stayed right there in his position and made the play. That was Devin Lewis on the return. So Malden will get their first possession, and the ball will start at their own 31-yard line.
See what this young offensive line and just young offense can do for the Malden Greewave here.
Yeah, starting quarterback tonight is Marcalis Cantrell for the Greewave. There is the snap. He's going to roll out, throws at it. It is complete upfield for maybe a yard gain, and they're going to call it down, I believe, on the play.
Yeah, I believe his whistle blew before that ball came out. But that was a good.
So 2nd and 9.
It's a good stop there, good read by the defender. I didn't pick up on his number, but I think it was Rigney. Could be wrong. I think it was Rigney over there.
So here is Malden. They sit in a 2nd and 9. Cantrell, the quarterback, he has going to get that up the middle of the field there. Nice run, and then he's going to be pushing near first down and may have it. I believe he does. Nice hole opened up there for Devin Lewis as he pushed forward and kept his feet moving in the pile, and they will move the chains here and for the Greewave.
Yeah, it was a good solid run. Looks like number 10 for the Greenwaves, Trayshawn Shandon. Shandon eventually takes him down there, but not before he gets a first down.
Shannon's one of those names that we keep hearing in this broadcast. I think he's going to have an active night for Charleston out there on the field.
Yes, I would agree with that statement.
There's a snap. hands it off again to Lewis on the inside. Wrapped up well there on the play by number 22, I believe that is. That is
Jamarius Riggins.
Riggins on that. Nice job getting around the legs there and taking him down.
Yeah, he come through there virtually untouched, Bobby. Just came right through there.
Corey, that's about as good as you can do it. He got around the waist and then just slid his arms down around the legs and rolled. Brought him right to the ground very easily.
Charleston's got some pretty good field position, or open field tackling. They're doing a fantastic job of that.
Here is the hand that goes to Lewis. He's going to be hit there. Well, linebacker's coming down doing a job.
Got 22 and 18, Otis Hayes.
Otis Haynes and also Jamarcus Riggins on that tackle for him. And interesting enough, too, Corey, you have a little bit more experience on this maybe than me up front of the line, but Charleston's only got one man with his hand in the ground. Yeah. Everybody else is up.
Yeah, they're up. I played for a coach in high school. It was Jason Aycorp. That's why he wanted his defensive lineman was straight up like that.
Here is Cantrell. He rose quick out, and it is caught. No, incomplete. Dropped on the play. So incomplete pass intended for number 6, and that was D.D. Reed. So 4th and 9. So the first drive stalls for the Greewave, and they will be in a punting situation here. I believe that is going to be number 4 back deep. That is Wells. And Cantrell is the punter. Actually, it's going to be Lewis. And Lewis is going to try to run the football, and he does. Lewis may have the corner and the first down. He will get it. First down, Greewave.
Yeah, great blocking, too. I believe it was number 8 for the Malden Greenwaves, Kristen Thomas, a freshman. Kyston Thomas, a freshman. He got out here on this punt run, Bobby, on this replay, and he blocked this defender up here, which allowed that first down.
Very impressively for Lewis, he waited and got the Charleston Blue Jays in the air before he decided to tuck and run. Very interesting play because one man went high and one kind of stood there, and when he saw it, he took off and it made an easy look for a first down.
He definitely caught him off guard.
I love the call early in the game by Coach Pulley there. Let's be aggressive. Hey, let's go out and try to make something happen early, and he did. Man in motion there. Cantrell pitches that out wide to Reed. He's going to try to cut it upfield. Not much on the play. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 11. And on the stop was number 1. That was Trenez Lane for the Blue Jays. Malden going to come back to the line. They're getting some pushes up front, Corey, that they've just got to get a stronger hat on the next level right there when they get that push.
Yeah, I agree with you. They can't slow their momentum down after a big play like that.
Cantrell waits. He has it. Hands that inside to Lewis. There's Lewis upfield again. A pickup of about 5 on the play. So looks to bring a 3rd and 6. And that's what I was just talking about there. Get that push to the second level they got at that time. Nice run by the Greewave.
I felt like he had a good, solid run. I feel like if he gets out in the open field, Bobby, you're not going to catch him. He's a pretty solid runner, and he keeps his feet moving.
Yeah, little different situation this week for the Greewave. New quarterback in the system this week. And with that, you're going to lean heavily now on that run, bringing in a sophomore quarterback. And right now they're kind of answering the bell, moving the football well. Big, strong-looking back. So here's Cantrell waiting the snap. And did not get him to jump. He tried to get Charleston to jump. They did not. And we're going to get a timeout here on the field. We will take one as well. We will be back on Aycorp Sports in 30.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
We are back at the Swamp here in Malden as the Blue Jays lead this one 6-0. Other scores in the area: Park Carroll Central up on Fredericktown right now, 7-0. Father Tolton 35-0 at the half on that one. And all the scores reported so far at this time. There are my friends, one of my friends, hunting buddies, Carter Pennington there in the middle of the screen, the ref. His brother, actually twin brother, on the other side of the sidelines there. Great guys from Dexter. I've hunted with them now for a couple of years. They actually played football there at Dexter. So good young men. And, folks, that's my lead in to, if you're interested in being an official, these are young men right there, 21 years of age, and this is, I believe, their second and third year officiating football. Please get in touch with some folks in the area from officials. If you're interested, we'd love to see you out there on the field in the stripes. Here's the run up the middle now, and a big hit. Big hit. The run by Cantrell up the middle, and he was met hard.
Trayshawn Shandon.
Again, there's that name.
Yeah.
Good run. So 4th and about a long 2 right here from Malden. We will see what the play call comes in from the side. You'd think they'd want to get this off the play. Plenty of time on the play clock because it's slowly coming in.
Yeah, what, Bobby, about 2 yards, 3 yards to the first down.
Yeah, they caught it a long 2 there. Likely a Lewis situation here. Here's the play. Lewis up the middle. He's going to get a push, and he is going to be near that first down marker. He is all over the marker. We will see the spot.
They may do a measurement here.
Looks like they gave him the first down. I want to say I saw the official from the white hat say first down.
And first down, moving the chains and restarting the clock.
Yeah, great push there from Malden.
And they're staying in the fight, Bobby. This young team has got some fight in them.
I'm going to tell you, it looks like we may have our second time out here on the first drive, so we will step aside as well. Back in a few.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed for real.
We are back. Corey, time had got away from me. That was the end of the first quarter. Here we are for quarter number 2, and still just a 6-0 game here.
Yeah, it kind of had us confused a little bit on the timeout there, but I guess it got away from me too, Bobby.
So now Malden has this football. It lies at the 28-yard line, trying to make a push here in the first. Cantrell waits to snap. He has it. He's going to take it himself up the middle for a couple. He's got a nice run there for a gain of about 6 yards on the play. Looks like Shandon in there on that tackle again for the Blue Jays.
He's a powerhouse at that middle linebacker position. And he's a basketball star, I believe, for him.
Yeah, very, very good basketball player. I believe a lefty, and he is showing the ability to see the field and tackle well right now. Cantrell again has Lewis to his side. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Here's the play. Goes to Lewis. He's going to go up the middle for a short gain of about 2, we'll say. So Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at about the 30, and they'll need to get to the 28. So 3rd and 2 situation coming up for Malden.
Yeah, I don't know if he gained much on that play, Bobby.
I'll tell you, that first quarter went by so quickly, but I can't recall seeing a flag on the field in the first quarter.
I don't think we had a single penalty. Relatively clean first quarter.
Again, Cantrell will get that up to the line of scrimmage, brings Lewis to the side. There's a snap. It's going to be Cantrell up the middle, and he is going to be close if he has it right at that first line marker. I believe he's got it.
I think he's got it. First down for the White Hat, yep.
So Greewave has been able to keep the chains moving this drive. They moved it some of this first drive, has continuously moved it this drive, and is now reset to sticks at first down.
Yeah, you know, and one thing I've been impressed by is when them running backs, even when they get hit there, you know, on the front line or in the secondary, they get hit, they don't stop their feet. They keep going. They try to get something out of nothing, and it's worked for them.
Yeah, Charleston's going to want to be stronger up front. This is now under center. Nope. Not under center. That's the center back. Just moved a little closer to the center there. That is Lewis upfield again, and that's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play for Lewis.
You know, it's those, Bobby, we've not seen anything explosive from Malden's offense as far as a run besides the fake punt, but it's just been those little 3 yards, 2 yards, 1 yard, you know, when it counts that they've kept themselves in this ball game.
Well, and you see the adjustment from week 1 and week 2 from Malden. They were in blowout losses. Week 3 is a little different.
Yes.
The mentality is keep the clock running and control this game on the ground and keep the ball moving forward. Just push forward and get the yards, keep yourselves in the game, and they are in this game.
This week's game plan has seemed to work for them.
Here's Cantrell. The snap, it is Cantrell, and Cantrell's got a chance to score. He is down at the 1 yard line. Almost got into pay dirt there, and Cantrell was stopped at the 1.
He had a huge hole that opened up on his left side there. I believe that's big number 68. 68 there just kind of pushes that defensive tackle out, creates that opening.
Yeah, but big hole, and then the cutback to his right.
Very fast cutback.
So Cantrell has his team staring at a possibility of their first touchdown of the season.
Jackson Hightower was that big lineman, a senior, number 58, that did that incredible block there and kind of pushed that tackle outside, opened that up for him.
Well, Cantrell was really limping back to the line of scrimmage to get his team set here. Look for Lewis up the middle. Here it is. Lewis takes it. He's going to try to get up the middle and stop short of the goal line. Probably a loss of 1 on the play.
This is where we're going to see Charleston's goal line defense here, how well they hold up.
Charleston's got some big men up front, and we will see what they will do after we come back from this break. Timeout on the field, Malden. We will be back. We are back, folks. If you're enjoying this broadcast, there's a couple of people we'd like to thank for helping us out on it. That is, cameras are Matthew Williams, Trevor Fortner, and Peyton Hartline. Photography tonight is Lydia Odell. Graphics is Josh I, and director is Brad Ruppel for tonight's football game.
Yeah, Bobby, we are blessed with the best when it comes to high school broadcasting. Aycorp is top-notch.
These guys here week after week helping with setups, teardowns, whether it's volleyball, football, and putting on a show behind the scenes. And, Corey, you and I have the easy job. We just put on headgear and talk.
Yep, that's right. I got here at 5:30, and these guys are already here sweating from setting stuff up. So our hats are offered to them because we can't do what we do without them.
Here is a new quarterback into the game for the Greewave. That is Jamius Benford. He has Lewis to his left. Here's the snap, and it's fumbled over the top of Benford's head. He's going to pick it up and try to get to the corner now. And he is going to lose yards on the play. Charleston covers.
Number 20, Timothy Frazier for Charleston in on that. And it looks like number one made the initial contact, Jalen Rigney. And then 20 came in and they finished the tackle.
Well, it's a tough situation for Malden. You're at the goal line, and you had to bring in a new quarterback with a quarterback you had kind of limping around and a fumbled snap.
Charleston caught a huge break there, Bobby.
Now that moves the football back to looks like the 10-yard line. So 3rd and 10. Cantrell back into the football game. He is set with Lewis beside him. Snap, he looks, he throws it over the middle, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off, and that is Trayshawn Shandon again in this football game.
You know, Bobby, we were talking about new schemes and this, that, and the other for Malden. You know, relatively new coach in Treston Pulley. Charleston has an all-new coaching shakeup just about. I see a familiar face with Glenn Fennell, but, you know, Trent Adams, I think he came from Tennessee. Luke Rayfield, familiar name with high school in the area, you know, at Malden, head coach at Portersville, head coach at Hayti. So they're fairly new coaching staff there, so they're trying to get in the rhythm of things too.
Kirby will take over with his team on the field here. Ball lies at somewhere around the 2-yard line, I would say. Here we go. It is Kirby now ready for the snap. He has it, and we'll have our first flag of the night. That is going to be encroachment against Malden. That will be a 5-yard penalty, so it moves that to 1st and 5 now.
Yeah, it looks like it may be lined up a little too far. I didn't see him make a jump movement. Maybe just lined up a little too far.
So that moves the ball up to the 8-yard line now. 1st and 5. Here is the snap play going outside and looking for room, and a cut there. Nice cut by number 21. That is Cameron Kimball. That is going to be a 1st down for Charleston.
Looks like 16 for the Greenwave. We don't have him on our roster, but it was number 16 that brought him down. If anybody knows who number 16 is, please send a message to us so we can get him on the roster, get him recognized.
Here is Kirby back to the line now. Clock ticks now. That clock has been steadily moving now all the way down to 6:45. Here's Kimball, bounces that outside now. He's going to look for a cut. Has it. Oh, nice cut there by Kimball. Cuts it all the way out now to the outside sideline and is up near midfield. What looked like Kimball was going to the inside, he cuts it back outside, Corey, for even a larger gain.
Yeah, and I said if that kid could get to the outside, he would be pretty quick and hard to catch. He got to the outside, but once he got to the outside, Bobby, I felt like Malden kind of closed in on him and took his inside away from cutting it back inside. And unfortunately, he ripped off a big gain, but fortunately, they got him down before he could get in the end zone.
Here is Kirby. He takes that upfield. Nice game there. Spin move and stood up and stopped about a yard shy of the 1st. It's going to be a 2nd and maybe 1, a long one. Other action has Cape Central has taken a 7-0 lead over Sykeston in that game. That game is at Sykeston. Much improved Sykeston team this year. They're 1-1 on the season.
Mm-hmm. Dexter, we got any update on Dexter in New Madrid?
Have not seen that one come in yet. If we do, we will try to get that one in here shortly as we'll get a check.
I did see the new state ranking came out. Dexter was 4.
And we've got an official's timeout on the field. Folks, we'll step away again here. We will be back in it here shortly.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition. Proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
Welcome back to Malden. 6-0. It remains here early in the second quarter, first half, excuse me. Folks, the Simo Sports Zone with Dave and Drew, our podcast, is back and better than ever. Every Monday, join Andrew Moore and David Jenkins for insight into local high school sports and maybe some other subjects. You can find them on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and to see them as well and hear them on Simo Sports Channel, YouTube. We are back. Ball is spotted near hash here for Charleston on a second, and that's going to stretch out to 2nd and 3. I thought that was a little close to the marker earlier, but looks like a 2nd and 3 here for Charleston. Kirby in the gun. He has got Kimball to his left. Play inside run to Kimball. He's going to try to bounce that again, and he's got the yardage there and up.
I'm not sure if he stepped out maybe a little early, or they're moving the chain, so he got it.
Corey, right there, I thought he had a lane well enough to get the ball upfield and get that first down, and then he bounced. And it just looks like he's looking for the bounce too much. Sometimes just take the yardage straight in front of you.
Yeah, just lower your shoulder pads and get what you can get.
It will be a first down, so they move the chains, and Kirby back to the gun. Here is Kimball, inside run. He looks to bounce and has a blocker there, taken down for a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. And we do have a injured Greewave player on the field.
Yeah, I don't have a 16, Bobby, but he's made a couple tackles, and we can't.
We're going to see, and he's going to stay down. They're going to come out and check on this young man. We will step aside and let them handle this. We will be back in a few.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances, because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
We are back. Injured player is number 51. We do not have the name on that one right now, but jersey number 51 looks to be getting helped off generally on the leg, but he's going to be helped to the side, and we will be ready for action back here. Empty backfield for Kirby this time. He's got 4 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Corey, looks like a great time for a bubble screen for the Blue Jays.
Some type of screen. Yeah, bubble screen I think would be successful here.
Here is a man in motion. It is going to be a bubble screen, and just thrown low and basically made the man take the down there. That was Frazier on the reception.
It's almost like you have the playbook, Bobby.
Yeah, and that is a loss. You can just see the setup coming right there when you empty that backfield out, and all 4 of them out there, and one man moved back. You can see the bubble coming.
I do have an update from a guy at the East Prairie Father Toten game. It is 42-0, Father Toten in the third quarter.
Yeah, that game moving right along, and Father Toten, like I said, very good team this year, just taking care of business in this one. Here is Kirby. He's going to take that up the middle himself, and he's going to have the first down right there, out of bounds and upfield. He's out near the 25-yard line, so moves the chains for the Charleston Blue Jays.
Kirby is almost playing, Bobby, like he has something to prove to his former team with his runs.
Yeah, very good vision there. He was cut off up the middle and bounced that outside. Very good play and very smart play getting out of bounds. Kirby now, he has his back to his left here. I believe that is number 4, Wells. Here's the snap. Kirby looks to pass. He's going to throw a deep ball to the end zone of Rigney, and it is caught. Touchdown,
Great
Blue Jays.
catch by Rigney.
Jalen Rigney with the reception there and the score for the Blue Jays, and that puts them up 2 scores now.
Check out the replay here.
I'd kind of asked you earlier in the game, when will they go deep on a play, and they did there.
He did there. Rigney wasn't even close. Just he went right around that defender in for a touchdown. Great catch, by the way. It was a little overthrown, but Rigney's long-armed, reached out there, got it with his fingertips, pulled it in for the score.
It is number 80. That is Jody Scott for his extra point attempt here. It is down. Kick is up, and it is no good. Hits the front bar and comes back. So that score will remain 12-0 here in Malden.
Did not get the lucky bounce, Bobby. Malden got the lucky bounce.
Bounced straight up in the air, and I thought that was going to bounce over when it hit. It bounced straight up and then come back down and hit the bar again and kicked back to the field side, so no good on the attempt.
That field goal has not been very well good for Charleston so far.
Yeah, if Malden can take an idea to this game here is, look, we're still in this football game. It's only 12-0. We have moved the football. We've just got to finish a drive. They were so close this last possession. They just need to punch one in right here.
I agree. And if they punch one in, Bobby, they're back in the game. I mean, this game is not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination just yet.
Yeah, it's going to be Lewis and Moncrief back to receive here. Actually, Moncrief steps up, so number 5 is a deep man. That is Benford. Moncrief is at about the 27-yard line. I would guess they were expecting a short kick here. We are teed up and awaiting the go, and it is going to be Williams kicking off. He kicks that. It is going to be short and picked up there and quickly on the ground. Very smart football play right there.
Yes. Knew he wouldn't have much, just falls on it.
Fall on it and pick up and secure the football. That was Jordan Anderson on that. So that's where Malden will take over. Trying to find a few scores from around the area and just not much being reported back in right now, Corey.
No, like I said, I've got somebody at the Spur game that's following that. I don't know the score to the Dexter Central game that's going on.
Jackson Indians, fine season they're putting together. They're up 13-0 right now in Edwardsville, Illinois. That was the game they lost last season, I do believe.
And you know, the Cardinal Ritter game that you and James called the first week, I watched that broadcast, and I was pretty impressed with Jackson over the way. It looks like they've just made tremendous improvement since last season. Not that they were bad last season, but they just kind of fixed the little things that made them a little bit better.
Here is Lewis. He will get that back to near the line of scrimmage as he is stopped there. Report coming in from New Madrid. Dexter is up 15-6 and with football driving. That game is in the second quarter. So ball back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Greewave. Into the game comes Moncrief and also Kirkwood. Malden back to the line. Here's the snap. It's going to come near side to us here. And trying to get all the way to the side is Moncrief and can't. He is going to be wrapped up again.
Timothy Frazier, Bobby. Timothy Frazier has been nothing but impressive on that outside DB there.
Of note, quarterback Marcalis Cantrell is on the bench over here in front of us. Now back up and standing on the legs. So we will see what he can do the rest of this game for us. He can come back or not. Two-yard loss on a play, so 3rd and 12 now. All eyes at the Malden 35. Moncrief will get his team set here. Here it is. Hands goes to Lewis up the middle, and they are going to push forward for about a gain of 3 on the play. So it will bring up a 4th and 9 situation.
Looks like number 50 for the Blue Jays in on that stop, Ravion Jefferson.
Well, Corey, I love the gamble chance earlier in the game. I'm on the side of punt the football away and try to get into the halftime.
Yeah,
only down 12-0 in this one.
You can't afford to make a gamble this time. Being down by 2 scores already, I think you just got to be on the safe side here, Bobby. I'm with you.
And if you can hold Charleston, which they've got some kids who can break one open, no doubt, with the speed, but 2 minutes and ticking right here, if you can hold them and get to that halftime in that situation, you know, you've got a chance to come out in the second half, hopefully start a new game for yourself, so to speak.
Yeah, because Malden will get the ball at halftime.
And now we're going to get, I think, a timeout from Charleston. They saw the clock ticking down, and I think they wanted a timeout to stop the clock to save a little bit. So 2:06 left on the second quarter. We will be back in 30.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Welcome back, folks. Next week on Aycorp Sports brings you more volleyball and football. Monday will be volleyball, Bell City at Advance. Tuesday, Malden at Clarkton. Thursday is Jackson at Notre Dame volleyball. And then Friday, we will be taking on the East Prairie and Dexter football game. So a lot of good action coming your way this week from Aycorp Sports. You can find it all here on our YouTube channel, so be sure to check into that. Here is Lewis back. Looks like he's going to punt from his 35 or 25. And he does get that away. It's going to be a good kick right into the hands of number 4, Wells. He's going to cut that upfield and taken down at the 42-yard line. So the Blue Jays will take over there. 1:56 on the clock to work with.
We got finally got a number on number 16 there because he was back in on that tackle. And that's going to be Junior Tippler. I believe they said he was a sophomore.
So Charleston's offense back to work. They lead 12-0, 1:56 left before the half. Kirby, your quarterback. He will have Kimball to his right. 3 wide to the bottom, empty to the top. Kirby checks the play now. He will move Kimball to his other side, to his left here. Here is Kirby. He's going to look to pass this football. Nowhere to go. He's going to go long downfield to Wells and incomplete. And we've got a marker on the field and a flag.
I think he meant to grab his flag and grabbed his down indicator. Looks like it's going to be a pass interference on number 6 for Malden.
Yeah, we will check that on that and make sure. Yeah, the receiver had to come stop and come back to that football, and I believe that's where they're going to pick that flag up at. He come back, and I think the penalty was committed at that point.
I think they're talking about it.
Looks like Cape Central has scored again on Sykes. That game is now 14-0. 4 minutes left before the half in that one.
Yeah, we have a pass interference, Bobby, on Malden.
Yeah, pass interference, so automatic first down on the play, 15-yard penalty. That will spot the ball at the Malden, we'll say, 48-yard line. 1:50 left here in the second. Receivers through the top of the screen. You've got 2 to the top, and you've got a sniffer back blocker in there. Here's a hand to Kimball. And he's going to push up the field. Nice gain as Kimball keeps going. Going to be a pickup of 6 on the play.
Number 16 again. Junior Tippler in on that stop. Looks like number 54 as well for Malden. It's Manuel Riviera.
So Charleston, 2 timeouts. They'll work quickly. Clock does tick here. They did not get the first down to stop the clock to move the chains. And they're slow developing right here, Corey.
Yeah, they're going to try to eat away some of that clock, try to get one last play off, maybe 2 if they're a little bit of clock management.
Stacked receivers at the top of the screen. That's going to be Kirby. He's going to look deep. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man out of bounds. So that will stop the clock with 1:04 left. 3rd and 4 to go on the play.
He just didn't have anything there, Bobby. The receivers was covered up. He just did not have anything there.
And the best thing for the Blue Jays, he got that out of bounds, stops the clock. They get a chance to reassess. Charleston right now, first things first, they need the first down, and Malden needs a big stop. Here is Kirby waiting the snap. He's got it. He's going to take it up the middle himself, and he is going to get that past the first down markers. So he's got the first down. Clock will stop at 56 seconds left here in a second. And here's where Charleston needs to move quickly with their play calling, be ready to snap the ball when that is placed.
Yes, almost a no-huddle type offense is what you want to run here.
If the referee has wound the clock, so it has started. And again, they want to be a little quicker, so the timeout is going to be called there. So Charleston's going to take a timeout, set up a play. We've got 50 seconds of the half. We're going to take a break and then come back and bring you the last 50 seconds of the second.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We are back. A few more scores in the area. Jackson leads Edwardsville now 13-7. Park Hill Central over Fredericktown 14-0. That one's still in the second. Father Toten 49-0 over East Prairie. St. Genevieve 14-0 over Kennett. Also Cape Central over Sykeston now 14-0 in the second. Farmington over Bluff 13-0 in the second. And that's all we have from around the area on those games.
Farmington under the direction of Brent Eckley, former Jackson head coach.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting broadcast coming up for somebody here in a couple weeks. I believe next week maybe Farmington and Jackson tee off.
I think you're right.
We have Kirby here, waits the snap. He's going to roll and look. He's got pressure coming. He rolls and looks deep again. Nowhere to go and throws it up in the air and incomplete. Boy, he took a chance on a football there, and what he probably now knows just throw it away.
Yeah, throw it away. He almost threw that one right into the arms of number 6.
So clock does stop on the incomplete pass at 43 seconds. Big defensive stand right here at the Malden Greewave. They need a stop before the half. 2nd and 10. Kirby now breaks. He will have Kimball to his left. 2 receivers at the bottom. Rigney, that is number 1. He is all the way at the bottom of the screen down here. Keep an eye on him. Double reverse, and it's going to be plugged up and not much, and he keeps running over people. What should have been of no gain.
Caden Branham.
Caden Branham, a nice pickup. And looks like, folks, we just went to break, so we're not going to go to break. We're going to stay here through this one. So Brenham, the nice pickup there, and that is a 3rd, and now we're going to save 4 yards to go on the play.
You know, that's the second time that I had picked up on that Charleston has did that double reverse there, or that reverse play to Branham. You know, and each time he's gotten fairly successful yards, 4 or 5 a pop.
Corey, what a play call. You like that there? It's 3rd and long. Your bubble screens have not worked. You've gone for minus on those and skipped one in, made a guy die for it. You go a little safer there, but you had to use your last time out also in the process.
Yeah. You know, Bobby, your only option you got now is to either do the same thing you did, take it to fourth down, try to get another, on fourth down conversion, or you try to go to the air out there with Rigney again, because that's been the only pass that's been successful for Charleston, is the long pass to Rigney for the touchdown.
If it's me here, I'm telling I think going in right here, 33 seconds, no timeouts, I'm going to pass to my first option. I'm going to look at the matchup, and if it's Rigney against a smaller guy, I'm thinking try to get it Rigney if you can, and if not, throw it out of bounds and get the clock stopped.
Yeah,
especially on first.
I would agree with that. Don't want to throw it to a receiver that's jumbled up by some defenders.
Yeah, nothing in the middle of the field, and do not go down there. Here is Kirby. He's going to pass. He looks. He goes deep over the middle and incomplete. That was intended for Shandon. So no harm there. Exactly what you wanted. 3 seconds off the clock, and all you lost is a down.
That's right. So look for kind of the same thing this time.
I'm sorry. They did not have the first quarter. Now it's 4th and 4.
Yeah. So you're really at a no other option here but to try to hit one of your receivers with a deep ball.
But more importantly, the quarterback's got to know to get the first down.
That's right.
Get the first down, the clock stops, and get to the line immediately. You can spike it then or then run another play. Kirby, he moves his guys around. He's got Kimball to his right. Rigney in one-on-one covers at the bottom of the screen down here. Here's Kirby. He's going to look right. He's going to look to throw, and more pressure coming. Throws that up, and it's picked off. What an interception by Lewis on the one-handed grab.
Exactly what Charleston didn't want to happen, Bobby. Exactly kind of what you and I talked about. Pick your matchup or throw the ball away. That obviously was not a good option for that football, a good pass, a good route for that pass to go. Should have maybe threw it away. Either way, I think Malden would have came up with possession.
Well, Malden gets the defensive stand they so much needed right there, and they stop at 24 seconds on the clock. I would assume you're going to see one run play come and take it to the half if they're Green Wave.
And we've got a timeout by Malden.
And we will keep it here through this one. So Coach Pulley right here, I think he's got to be sitting up in his mind. He could try some trickery, but hey, we're going to see if we can bust one and get to the half. Only down 12-0. But what does he got to lose? He's 0-2 this season.
Yeah.
They haven't scored a touchdown yet. If he can take a chance and score, Corey, that'll put a little life in his team going into the locker room.
Or just ripping off a big play, Bobby. Ripping off a 25, 30-yard run, I think would bring them back to life a little bit. But I think you're looking at a touchdown here. They get the ball coming back in, receive the ball coming back in the second half. Who knows? They may score again, and we got a tie game. But I feel like Malden has definitely showed signs of life so far during this half that's kept them in the game.
Situational stuff aside, it is time to find out. Pulley's team back to the field. It is going to be Moncrief at the quarterback position, it looks like. He is flanked by two guys, and they're just setting up in a victory formation. Looks as if they are going to show they're going to take a knee. Here's the snap to Moncrief, and he does. He takes a knee, and he is going to take us into the half. Smart football by Coach Pulley. He's going to go into the half, trailing only 12-0 in this one. Charleston on top. A couple of big plays, a big touchdown pass, also the big running play. That will take us to the half, where it is going to be Charleston leads this one 12-0. We will be back after the half, catch you up on area scores where we can here on Aycorp Sports.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances, because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition, proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed, for real.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances, because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition, proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed for real.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers. Talk to your Baker Implement dealer today.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition, proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
Ready, set, let's go. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up, going all the way up. There's nothing you can do to stop it. I've been on the way up cause I know I'm popping. Hits, no misses. Clean up like the dishes. Ain't no point telling me to stop cause I won't listen. Every level got a new devil. I'ma give them hell cause I'm leveling up. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level, leveling up.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition, proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dagrow seed, for real.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
At Focus Bank, we understand your community because it's our community too. With branches across Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas, Focus Bank offers services such as fraud protection, really free checking, and mobile banking that lets you bank simply and securely, anytime, anywhere. Stop by any of our branches or visit us online to open an account today. Plus, you'll receive an awesome free gift just from opening your really free checking account. And when you refer someone who opens an account, you'll both receive a gift. Focus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Malden, Missouri. It's wrapping up halftime here. 12-0. Charleston leads this one. Corey, very encouraging first half for the Malden Greewave.
Yeah, I felt like defensively they played very well. They had I felt like Charleston could have made a little bit more explosive plays had Malden not have played so well on defense. They did a really good job at containing on the outside in some instances. We did have that long touchdown play, the pass that resulted in a touchdown. That was, I believe, it was thrown to Rigney down here on the on the bottom of our screen here. Other than that, I felt like there was signs of life for Malden on the defense. I felt like they gave the fans, the Greenwave fans, something to kind of look forward to for their future. For a young team, I felt like they kept themselves in the ball game. There was some mistakes that was made that costed them a touchdown, an interception down there on their goal line. Other than that, Bobby, I felt like there was signs of life for this young Malden team.
Yeah, and I think the message at halftime for Coach Pulley is, guys, look, we're moving the football. We are going to score this first drive out of the half. We're going to do it. We've shown we can move the football against this team. We are about to score this first drive. I think that's the mentality you got to go into and get these kids believing in this game.
Yeah, and they're going to get the ball back here, or they're going to start the second half with the ball. So I think they're going to build on what they started building in the first half with their drives, their offensive drives, and I'm confident that Malden is going to score a touchdown before this game is up, Bobby. They're going to get their first touchdown of the season before this half ends.
Yeah, big story for Charleston on the other side of the football. Trayshawn Shannon on the defensive side. He's been a magnet to football, a lot of tackles, and also an interception in this one.
Yeah, he's played phenomenal on defense. Kirby, I felt like has for the most part played very good at the quarterback position. Rigney is just that kid is he's tall, he's fast, he's athletic. He scored their touchdown down there. Their running back,
Kimball,
and Frazier. Frazier's also been a good one on defense as well. But Kimball's running the ball very well. They are making some minor mistakes, but one thing that I want to talk about that we very rarely go through a first half of a football game or a first quarter of a football game without seeing an abundance of is flags, and we've only had 2 this entire game so far.
Yeah, I can think of the offsides on defense and the pass interference on 2 we've seen.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Real quickly before we start the third quarter here, scores in the area. Jackson up on Edwardsville 19-7. That game is still in the second. Park Hill Central 36-0 right now over Fredericktown. Father Toten finishes off East Prairie 58-0. Dexter New Madrid, Dexter up in that game, I believe 22-6. I believe that is at the half. New Madrid coming to that game, that was a 40-0 blowout last year. New Madrid showing some life there. Took some games down to the wire this week or last week, but showing life there. Also, it is Cape Central 23-0 right now over Sykeston. Farmington 14-6 over Bluff. That game's still in the second. St. Genevieve 14-0 over Kennett. And that's all the scores we have reported on the night. In the Dexter team, it's a different look. We'll get our first look at them next weekend. Different look. Tons of seniors left the program, so next man up mentality now for the season.
Yeah, it's
different looking team, but we'll see what that brings all next week here on Aycorp Sports.
Yeah. Now I know they lost a bunch of seniors, but did they gain a bunch of seniors as well? Are they fairly young?
A lot of different kids in positions there. I think more offensively than defensively. Defense still intact, I think, for a lot of the part. Offensively, the whole offensive line remade. But
right.
They're putting wins up on the board. And like I said, we'll get a first look at them next weekend. As we are ready to start out the third quarter here, that is going to be Williams. He will tee that up. Back deep for Malden, it is Lewis. And I believe that is number 5. That will be Benford. Short kick so far tonight for Charleston. It'll be another one. It is pooched up, and does it go 10? Malden does fall on that football, so it does not matter. Malden will take over at the 50-yard line. 49-yard line. So that would have not gone 10 yards there, Corey.
No. I'm surprised we didn't get a re-kick on that, but, of course, he could have declined it before they even threw the flag out as well.
Well, if you can fall on it safely like Malden did, I love that play. You've got the football on the right side of the 50 now and starting your first drive out of this half.
I kind of don't. And Charleston's not the only team that does it. There's a lot of teams that they love that onside kick, Bobby. I'm just not sure that was the right time for that.
Of note, quarterback Marcus Cantrell does not come out to the field here to start the third quarter. That will be number 5. That is Benford, your quarterback, with Lewis to his side. Here's Benford, inside hand to Lewis. Lewis is going to go up the field, keeps his feet moving, picks up 4 on the play, down at the 45.
Ball is down. Number 10 came out with that, so I don't know if he was down before. They called him down, I believe.
The side judge right here is Harrison Pinion. He quickly just had his hand up as he had stopped the play there, whistle dead.
Yeah, it was Shandon that came out with that, so looks like maybe a injured Blue Jay.
Yeah, kind of hobbling there. I believe that is number 22. That is
Jamarius Riggins.
Yeah, Jamarius Riggins. He is off. So 2nd and 6 here. Malden's first possession of the second half. Puts a man in motion. That is going to be Benford up the field. He has got the first down marker. Kind of piles up, and that's all you want to ask for Malden. Just keep that football moving. If it piles up, so what? Get the 4, get the 5 yards, and looks like they moved the chains there. Or they've got him marked short. It's going to be 3rd and a very short yardage here.
You know, that's kind of what we were talking about the first half there. Malden's not really busted out any explosions for runs, but they've gotten those 3, 4, 5 yard gains, and it's really paid off. So it looks like they're keep building on the momentum that they left off in the first half.
Yeah, really big third down. So they do move the chains. They did give him the first, so that's going to be first down there. So 1st and 10 of the way the football we go here. That is Benford in the backfield, the quarterback. 2 out of the bottom, 1 to the top. Snap inside hand to Lewis, and he's going to be stacked up. Very good play by the Blue Jays there. Nowhere to go.
It's like Otis Haynes for Charleston got back there, number 18.
Well, Corey, so last week, different quarterback, not with the team this week. Cantrell, now your new starting quarterback. All week in practice worked him. He's out with an injury. You're on your 3rd string quarterback now. You've got to expect a lot of running the football.
Yeah. Malden's had some unfortunate events come their way this week, losing some quarterbacks, losing some players. You know, the good thing they've got going for them right now is their 3rd string quarterback is a senior, so he's kind of familiar already with the offense.
Yeah, situation, when you're on your 3rd string guy and he probably hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity to get snaps in practice, you've got to think they're going to run the football most of the time. Charleston, everybody up in the box now. Here's the snap. Benford will take that, and they're again wrapped up.
Otis Haynes again for Charleston.
Well, they are going to have to figure out something here because the run up the middle, Charleston's loaded now probably 9 to 10 kids in the box, and they're just going to pin their ears back and come at
That's
them.
right, yeah. They're blitzing everything they've got, Bobby.
And I'm sure Coach Pulley is in a tough spot right here. What do you do? I mean, you've got to try to pass the football now, 3rd and probably 14 to go on this play.
You got to try to throw something at Charleston they're not used to seeing. Catch them off guard with something.
He's going to have 2 out of the bottom of the stream, 1 at the top. Even in the situation, the wide receivers are definitely undersized compared to the corners of Charleston. Jump ball does seem to favor Charleston in that situation.
Yeah, you got Frazier down here on the bottom. Got Wells out at the top.
He throws that one up, and it is incomplete. That is number 20 on the breakup. Timothy Frazier, the 2nd, in and out of the hands. So now 4th and 14 for Malden, and what started out with a nice possession and a promising start to the drive has now stalled in a 4th and 14.
Yeah, you got to, are you too close into the field there, into your own territory to punt it, or are you going to go for it? Looks like the obvious choice here is to try to go for it, and try to get something.
Yeah, had good field position to start. They're on the right side of the 50, and they will go for it 4th and 14. Here's the play. Benford looks. He's going to roll far side. He throws that downfield. Incomplete. And that is going to be a turnover on downs as Charleston will take over there.
You know, Bobby, he had, it looks like Tristan Moncrief was the intended receiver on that. He had him open well before he threw the pass. If he would have just kind of threw it when he got open, maybe saw him a little bit sooner, I think they would have had a first down there.
Incomplete pass on the play, so the Blue Jays do take over. Ball lies at their own 42-yard line. Kirby back to the line with Kimball beside him as it has been most of the night. 8:14 on the clock here in the third. That is outside to Kimball and pass. It's complete. He's going to get it upfield past the 50 now. Gets a couple blockers. Now down inside of the 30. Cuts it back toward midfield, and he's got a chance to go. He's down to the 10, to the 5, and he is give him 6. Touchdown, Blue Jays.
Great run by Kimball. Great field awareness as well. He knew he was getting close to the sideline over there, kind of tiptoed over a little bit, made something happen, got out to the side, touchdown.
Nice little swing pass just right out there and got him an open field right there. That's great vision for Kimball to see. Yeah, there it is. And then in the cutback right here, stand on his feet, that was one that got me there. Stand on his feet on that cutback.
Just shows the quickness in the open field.
Scott up, and his third extra point again, no good tonight. He has struggled from there tonight. But the no avail, the Blue Jays still up 18-0 in this one. We're going to take a short break and be back in 30 on Aycorp Sports. Charleston on the board again here in the third. Pushes this to 18-0 as Williams will be ready to kick off. They have had short kicks all night long. Corey, I don't see anything else coming but that as of now.
Yeah, I think he's going to do the same thing he's done. He may squib it, but I think he's going to do another onside kick here.
Looking down, I think that it may be Cantrell coming back to the field on crutches down here to our right. So he looks to definitely be done for the night.
I think you're right. I think that is Cantrell.
Yeah, it could be just a little twist of the ankle and keeping him off of that. But Williams has it teed now. Malden awaits the kick. Here it is. It's up the middle, squibbed, and down again by Malden. That is at the 50-yard line. That is number 54 on that recovery, Manuel Riviera. So smartly, Corey, Malden's had to recover now 2 onside kicks to start this half.
Yeah, let's hope that this onside kick recovery results in a little bit better of a drive than the last one did. Charleston, exceptionally well defense on the last drive. I think they're going to continue to build on that.
Yeah, Charleston right away noticed, starting out this second half, that they're going to run the football, and they keyed on that. Malden was pressured into trying to pass the football. We'll see what they can do on this drive. Shotgun look. That is Benford with Lewis to his side. Now he's going to switch the wide receiver sets. There's the snap, inside hand to Lewis. He gets it up. Nice run. Pickup of about 5 on the play. So good start from Malden on first down here.
Yeah, I think it's number 50 for the Blue Jays with the stop, Ravion Jefferson.
Lewis is a strong runner tonight. You know, they just hadn't had the breakout plays, but very strong runner. When he gets a hole up the middle, he's going to push forward with some power.
And he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop moving his feet until he hears that whistle blow.
Yeah, Lewis is only a junior, so he'll have another year here after this season. Clock down just over 7 minutes. Up to Lewis again up the middle. It's going to be a short pickup on this. He's going to be about 2 yards, maybe shy of the first.
As Otis Haynes that got back for the stop again. You know, that's I think we said he was a sophomore. Yeah, he's a sophomore, so got a couple more years of hearing that kid's name.
Yeah, nothing flashy tonight out of Malden, really. It's just power football in the middle the best they can. Taking up a lot of the play clock as they bring it in. And that takes a long time, Corey. When you're bringing the quarterback all the way over the sideline, call the play in, send him back over, takes up a lot of time, a lot of clock, and they will have to start to push that a little bit if they want to have a chance to win this one.
I agree.
Benford now gets set. He has 3 wide, and we've got a penalty on the play.
Timeout.
So timeout Malden. Taking one here in the third. 6:09 left on the clock. Folks, if you got to go, you better hurry because Aycorp Sports will be back in 30.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Back here in Malden, Corey, right now, 3rd and short. They just got to get Lewis the football and push as hard as they can and get that 1 yard.
Yep, get that 1 yard and reset, get closer to the end zone. I feel like this drive has kind of started out better than their last drive.
Folks, remember a lot of action coming your way this coming week. Monday, we have volleyball, Bell City at Advance. Tuesday, Malden at Clarkton volleyball. Thursday, Jackson at Notre Dame volleyball. And Friday, East Prairie at Dexter's football game. A lot of busy stuff going on at Aycorp. And also on Monday morning at 7 a.m., you can hear Andrew and Dave on the podcast there. A lot of things to catch up on. All the high school football scores. A lot of interesting things going on in the area, teams, a lot of ranked teams in the area. As we will get to that here in the fourth quarter, we'll talk about the state rankings and teams in this area ranked. So, you know, interesting times always in the Boot Hill, Missouri.
Yeah. You know, we've got some of the best football around here as far as, you know, even if schools doesn't have a very good record, we have some good, exciting football in the area, and I'm glad Aycorp is able to bring that to our viewers who can't make it to the game.
I'll tell you, it's as fine as a complete football team, and it's a 6A, but the game a couple weeks ago at Jackson, I mean, that was a well-coached, big group of kids.
Right.
Just at a different level than we get to see generally, and very impressed with the program, how it was ran. Very good group up there. Here is a big 3rd down from Malden. Benford checks. Here's the snap. He's going to hand to Lewis. Lewis bounces it outside. He's taken down. What a play out there. That is number 5. Caden Brenham. Very nice job of getting to the ankles.
It's kind of a deja vu moment for Malden all over again on this drive, Bobby. They drove real good, get so close to the first down, and Charleston's making some big plays on defense.
Yeah, they plugged every hole in the middle, and he had to bounce that football. And Brenham was right there to stop him. So they lose 2 on the play. So 4th and 3 yards to go on this. Big opportunity for Malden. Charleston trying to keep the shutout intact. There's a man in motion. Here is the play. Goes to Lewis up the middle. He's going to have the first down and more as he plows that down to the 35-yard line. I'm going to tell you, I watched one of the coaches on the sideline from Malden. We'll see if you can see. He's out of the screen, but he is really pumped up when this play goes for the first. The excitement from him shows just how big that was for Malden.
It definitely gave them some more life for sure. That was a good run by Lewis. I thought it was a decent stop there by Charleston, too, to keep him from getting more than what he had already gotten.
More and more I am impressed by the way Lewis runs the football. I'm going to tell you, Lewis could run the football as a starting running back for a lot of teams in this area.
You're right.
He is a fine running back the way he pushes. Here's Benford again, wastes the snap. He's got it inside to Lewis. He goes up for a couple more yards there. He is down to inside the 30 now. That's a good another 4 to 5 yard run out of Lewis on first down.
Lewis is definitely taking over as their workhorse position if he's not down on the field right now.
And that may be Lewis there. I believe he is down on the play. So, folks, we will step it aside to see what they can do with Mr. Lewis as we will be back here on Aycorp Sports.
Please pass the hot sauce. No, none of that watered down ketchup. Give me the heat.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Next stop,
Spicy City. Helping spicy grandmas and everybody else.
Hey, Big Chief. I know you're used to spending Christmas with one of us, but this year you get to spend Christmas with both of us.
You know, we just want to spend our special days with you. You understand, right?
Well, I mean, everything's so different this year, but I mean, sounds like I'm getting 2 Christmases. Oh wait, does that mean I have to make double the graphics this year?
Yep, good luck.
Since 1984, Bagby Wealth Management has assisted clients in reaching their personalized financial goals. Whether it's retirement, investments, or securing your family's future, we're here to guide you every step of the way. For more information, please call or visit our office in Dexter today. Your path starts here.
We are back, and Mr. Lewis is on his feet, and they have got him up and going. So, Corey, let's look at a couple of the class rankings right now. In the area, Class 6, Jackson comes in state ranked at number 5 right there. They are 2-0 on the season, and they have put together a fine showing so far and nothing short of what you'd expect out of that program.
Yeah, you know, Jackson, you always kind of expect them to have a good program. They have. Brent Eckley came in, you know, several years ago, kind of rebuilt that program up, took them to a couple state championship games, won one. Left, went down to Arkansas, I believe it was. He is now back, but he's at Farmington. The new head coach took over a couple years ago, and he's just kind of built on what Eckley left off on.
Ryan Nesbitt's done a great job out there. Here is back to action here with Benford, the quarterback. He's awaiting a snap. He's got it. He's going to look, and he's going to run at himself up the field. Nice pickup and a hard hit there. Number 54 on that tackle. Number 54,
Julian Rigney.
A lot of Rigneys on this squad over here. Riggins, Rigneys. Could get a guy really confused.
Yeah, Riggins.
Just to touch on what we was talking about with Farmington. So that matchup coming up, Jackson-Farmington in Class 5. Farmington comes in tied, ranked number 10 in the state. So that's going to be a very good matchup there. You know, you got to favor Jackson, the bigger school, and ranked number 5. But, hey, Farmington's going to be no pushover. Eckley's got that program moving the right way.
That's what I think. So you got to favor Jackson, but you can never bet against Eckley. He's going to have them ready to go, that's for sure.
Benford now, the quarterback. He awaits the snap. He has, looks like number 3. That is Tyron Wright, and that is Benford's going to be taken down for a big loss. 3rd and short, and it just keeps happening to him on 3rd and short, Corey.
Yeah, Julian Rigney and Caden Branham, I believe, in on that.
Right off the end right there.
Yeah.
Rigney does, that is textbook. Rigney pinches down to cut off the inside run, and then he reads the bounce and just rolls right off his man outside and makes a play.
Yeah, great defensive play there by Rigney and Branham, I believe it was.
Quickly, as we want to play others, Class 4, nobody in the area ranked in Class 4. We do not have anybody there. Class 3, we're going to pause and get to that after this 4th down play, Corey. There's a lot going on in this area in Class 3 we want to get to, but Right now, let's go back 4th and 10. Big moment right here in the ballgame for Malden. Clock ticks down near 2 minutes. They need a first. Here's the play. Benford looks to pass. He keeps looking. He throws it downfield, and it is caught there. That is going to be short of the first down marker, I believe. We will get a spot and see where they're at. It is going to be, I believe, just short of the marker.
It looks like it's going to be really close.
They've moved it to first down for somebody, and first down. So he did get the play there. First down, Malden. So they got the big first down they needed.
They got a good break there, Bobby.
Yeah, he was right at the mark. Try to see where he got this to. So they needed to get to the 30 and see where the initial catch was made. Right at, or they needed to get the 20, and he was right at, 25. He was right there on it. So he was at the 25, and that's where the first down marker was at. So he did get it. They've spotted that just inside the 25, matter of fact.
Yeah, giving him about a yard after the catch.
So Benford has got the ball moving for Malden here in the air now. Here it is. That is pitch number 6, and we've got a flag, and that is going to be stood up, no gain, a loss on the play. And I'm thinking this may be an illegal procedure.
Yeah, illegal procedure typically would stop the play. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what he's got. Maybe a holding call.
Well, he threw that flag right at the quarterback and running back there, and I don't know. That may be an off the edge movement there. Looks like it's going to go against Malden because he is talking to the Charleston coach.
Let's see what he's got.
Still no call on the play yet. That they are discussing where the football go. Dead ball, so illegal shift against Malden. Yeah. So that will back them up a few there. Corey, let's get into Class 3 state rankings real quick. In the area of Valley Catholic, number 3, they just moved up from Class 2 into Class 3 now. Dexter, number 4. Park Hills, number 9. So, yeah. And then we have St. Genevieve is getting state votes in there. So with that, you have Valley Catholic and St. Genevieve are in District 2. District 1 is Dexter and Park Hills, which makes for an interesting setup there as that goes for no gain again on first down. So Malden not really making a whole lot there. Second and now still we'll say 15. I think the interesting setup there with those teams, all that, but also in District 2, you've got Live for Life is in that district as well. That thing is jam-packed full of talent. I think that's the toughest district in all of high school football, really.
I would
Class
agree
3
with you.
District 2. That one's tough, but I think it's really neat to see this many area teams receiving votes that we can kind of stay with, follow, or stay connected to in that state ranking.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since we've had that many teams in the area on the state ranking.
Here's Benford. He's going to throw it long. He's got a man, and it is going to be caught in the stands. Touchdown, Malden! No flag on the play. Corey, I was wondering if they was going to get an offensive pass interference. I think the guy may have just fell
I think he
instead
tripped,
of being pulled
yeah.
down.
Let's take a look at it here. Yeah, I think he was just backpedaling and tripped over his feet.
First touchdown of the season for Malden. Benford down.
Yeah, we really couldn't look there. It looked like he just maybe tripped over his own feet on that play.
And the hands looked at the shoulder, what I saw, and I think he just fell backwards as he was trying to recover.
Yeah.
Great job back there. Joe Kennedy was right on that play. No flag on that because he's running right at the play as he's watching it on that call.
And if we had cameras that could pan to the crowd reaction when that touchdown was scored, Bobby, I don't think there was anybody sitting down when that touchdown was called.
Yeah, that has been a long time coming. 2.5 games, and they finally get their first touchdown late in the third here. Here's a play. Benford looks. He's going to try to find somebody to throw it to. Pressure comes. He throws it, and it's picked off, and that is Brenham. So the 2-point conversion is no good, but the Blue Jays have given up the touchdown to the Malden Greewave. It is now 18-6. Malden's on the board. Corey, we will take a look now as we keep going through the class rankings. Class 2, nobody in the area we're looking at. Here's one coming up, Class 1. I was impressed by it. Saxony Lutheran now ranked in Class 1, or they've received votes for rankings. I'm going to tell you, that's an impressive team right now coming together. Their quarterback up there, McDowell, very, very impressive quarterback.
You know, and it's their first year playing varsity too, Bobby. That's what makes it more impressive is that they are a brand new program, and 2 games into a brand new, 2 games in for this brand new program, on their first season ever, they're getting votes to be state ranked. That's impressive.
Now, I don't think they're going to stay Class 1 very long. They are going to move up the size of the school. They'll look at your enrollment, and that'll move. But the reason they are Class 1 is a brand-new football program, so that's where they started. But I'm going to tell you, I think they're small right now as far as body-wise. But when you look at Coach O.J. Turner up there, I mean, that guy knows what the weight room is about. He is going to build a wonderful program up there in that area.
Yeah, he's going to do a lot with Saxony Lutheran. Kind of like Coach Powers did with Kelly. You know, he's built that program from the ground up. It is his program. We don't have anybody in Class 2 in the area, but I feel like it's fitting since Charleston is playing tonight. Palmyra is ranked number 6, you know, and that's where Coach Hutchings from Charleston went to. He is the head coach now at Palmyra, so it sounds like he's doing very well up there at 2-0, ranked 6th in Class 2.
Yeah, it leaves this opportunity. Had a great one there and having success on the field. So that'll be Riviera. He will tee that up at the 45. And right here, Malden's got to look to say, you know what, now we're on the board. Let's show that we can play with them. They need a turnover if they can get it, or a stop. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle, taken by Williams there. He's going to take it all the way across far side of the field and taken down near the 40-yard line up to about the 41 is where they'll take over.
Looks like number 21 for Malden on the stop there. So I got Devin Lewis as 21.
Yeah, and that may be, Lewis may be back in this contest. He left it earlier on. I do not see him on out here now.
It might have been Damian Blanchard, number 23.
Lewis may be back in the game at one of those linebacker spots there. We will get a check on that. Here is Wells. He tries to get up the field, taken down there. Good tackle by Malden. Pickup of about 3 on the play.
I think that may be Wells' first carry of the game, Bobby. I can't recall calling his name on a carry.
Yeah, that is Lewis back on the field. He is at the outside linebacker spot there in the middle of the field. So good to see Lewis back in. It's going to be a timeout on the play, but Lewis back in the game. If they can get a defensive stop, that gives the Malden offense a lot of opportunity and optimism to get back in that end zone.
Yeah, I think they're fired up now. They got their first touchdown of the season. They're fired up. They're ready to do it again.
They're going to talk it over on the field. We're going to talk it over off air. We will see you back in a few.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodations and services needed to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Hi, I'm Caleb with Young Real Estate. In a world full of DIY and YouTube tutorials, there are still times when hiring a professional makes sense. Not because we're smarter, but because we're better looking. Call me today.
Welcome back. Malden again in the end zone. First score of the season for them. Nice way to complete a drive. They had their backs against the wall several times that time, Corey, and kept the drive alive and going.
Yeah, great signs of life for Malden. I think they know now that they can do it. They can score. They can keep things going. And I think they're just going to keep building on the momentum that they left off on.
Other scores in the area right now, Jackson up 26-7 in the third on Edwardsville. It is also Kelly up 6-0 in the second quarter over Donovan. St. Genevieve 21-8 over Kentet. 36-0 is Park Hill Central over Fredericktown. Cape Central 23-0 over Sykeston. Father Toten again 58-0 final over East Prairie. Farmington 35-6 over Poplar Bluff. I'm going to tell you, Corey, Poplar Bluff has been in a little bit of a slump, we'll say, the last couple of years. That program used to be kind of a kingpin over there in that Class 5. The wheels have kind of fell off these last couple of years for them.
Yeah, I think that they'll get back on track. I think they're just kind of like a lot of the other teams in the area. They're down, they're rebuilding. I'm with you, though, Bobby. I think they need they're never down too long, it doesn't seem like, though. And they always kind of seem to rise above everything else. But
and they have moments, but the moments never last for them as we are awaiting the start of the fourth quarter here. But, the moments are never long-lasting right now. They are just struggling to find footing in that program right now. And some fine athletes, they've just got to put it together.
Yeah, and they're one of our used to be one of the top programs in the area, like you mentioned. They used to sit somewhere, within the top 8 in Class 5 as far as the rankings go. They fell the past couple years, but I'm hopeful, just like a lot of other people are. I think Malden will Poplar Bluff will find their way back into that Class State rankings. It may take them another year or so, but I think we'll see that powerhouse of a Poplar Bluff team like we saw in years past.
Kelly's been an intriguing deal. The victory last weekend over Scott City, but struggled this week with a restart program of Donovan. They're only up 6-0 in that game, is what we see reported on the scores.
Yeah, I think they struggled week 1 against Charleston.
Yes. So who is Kelly really? And Charleston hadn't exactly pulled away in this one, but who is Kelly? And I'm going to tell you, if they haven't got it found out, they're about to find out next week, because they'll run into a buzzsaw against a Dexter team who's keeping their winning ways going.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And Scott City's another team. Corey, I had high hopes for them coming into the season. I thought, hey, this may be a team to watch right here. Class 3, I thought they might be able to challenge Dexter and Park Hills in that district. But, boy, right now, that program has been a little bit of a struggle to see where they're at. I think tomorrow's game is going to tell us a lot more about Scott City when they face off the Hayti.
Yeah, they combined with Chaffee this year. First year they've done that. But, my nephew had a junior high game up there last week, and I was talking to some of the fans there, some of the parents who also are some family of mine, and they said they really didn't gain much from Chaffee. They gained a couple of athletes, but they were only allowing the juniors and the seniors to play. So with the small team that Chaffee had anyway, they didn't really gain a whole lot of players.
But there was one the Atkins kid, I think the defensive back, he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. That was a major addition to that program.
Right.
Just that young man alone. But again, I just thought we would see maybe more out of that program this year than maybe we've seen so far. But like I said, I think tomorrow will tell us a lot more about, are they pretender or contender, because Hayti's no joke. I really like the Hayti program this year. Here's the hand to Kimball now as he is up to pass the 50-yard line. He's going to be just short of the first, so it'll be a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yeah, Hayti is back under the direction of Dominic Robinson, the coach that had success the last couple years or couple years prior, won the state championship with them the year with Ivory Winters. He is back as head coach of the Hayti Indians, and he is building their program back up. And I think for the end of the season, Bobby, we're going to see him in the state rankings.
There's Kimball up, and he's got the first down with the ease as he pushes that down inside the 45, near the 40, and then we've got a personal foul flag coming at the end of this play. We will check and see who it is against.
Looked like there was some little extracurricular there on the ground about where the flag is at.
Coming into the new season, we talk about Class 3 some. Dexter and Park Hills right now, that looks like where it's at. That game is going to be at Park Hills. That game could very well decide that district this year.
I agree. And Park Hills is a tough place to play.
I think unless they had a coaching change over the winter that I do not know about, Park Hills maybe has the best offensive-minded genius coach that I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think they've made a coach's change. I think he's still there.
I know he was coming near retirement, so that looks like a personal foul against Charleston there, so that will help Malden so close to the first. That was going to be a 3rd and 1. Or a first down, excuse me. That was the first down run by Kimball, and now it's going to be a 3rd and 9.
And Charleston definitely can't be making that kind of mistakes this late in the game, especially now that Malden's got some momentum coming off their score. They're amped up. They're fired up. You gotta be cleaner than that.
Yeah, we will get to opinions on Class 1, which Charleston, Hayti, Saxony here in a moment. We will get this play, so it's going to be 1st and 10 now. Charleston backed up on the penalty. Here comes an explanation into Coach Pulley on the play. So what he is telling me, that was a first down run on the play, but the penalty yards are marked off after the end of the run. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 now, but they just backed off the yardage.
Right.
Charleston recess after a little confusion. And here is Kirby. He passes downfield. Got a man caught. That is Riggins to the 10, and he is going to go for the touchdown. Charleston.
Rigney wide open again out in open field. You know, it's just a matchup that's not even a matchup. He's towering over the defender so much.
Well, Kirby backs up and throws nothing but a bullet into Rigney. And Rigney has his step, and look there, there's nobody near.
He had 3 receivers he could have choose from right there, Bobby.
Yeah, that adds to the stat books in a hurry when you can throw them for 50-yard touchdowns. Charleston pushes it 24-6, and they look to be going for 2 on this play. Kirby, your quarterback, still in the game. They will spread out. They will go for 2. That is Wells to the side of Kirby. Rigney, the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen, has been the most prominent guy there. Here is Kirby. He's going to roll, come near side, tries to push it in, and stood up, and he is in. So the 2-point conversion is good. And so that pushes this game out to a 26-6 lead now. And that is Lewis down again on the play. Slow to get up. Looks like he's going to get to his feet. So, Corey, we have a moment. Let's talk about Class 1. Kind of the front runners in that deal, I believe right now today, Hayti, Charleston, and Saxony.
Yes.
That is starting to line up to look like a really fun showdown between these 3 teams.
I would agree with that. You know, you look up, Saxony right now, it looks like points-wise, they're leading the district as far as if we had to do rankings today on the districts, they would have the number 1 seed. Coming in with 63 points, but that could all change in an instant. Hayti behind them with 43. Charleston coming in close with 42.5. Right now, this is anybody's district. Me personally, I believe it'll come down to Hayti and Saxony, but it could come down. Porterville could make a comeback this season and come down like that. You know.
Later on this season, Saxony does play Charleston. Charleston will play Hayti, so Saxony and Hayti do not play. If that comes down to a district matchup later on, say they meet at the end of the districts before they move on, that'll be interesting because neither team has seen each other.
Right.
What I like about Hayti is their speed. That team is really, really fast this year. They're not as big as you'd like to see them, but the good speed, that's going to be a tough matchup. And that's a fumble on the play. Charleston may be back on the football.
He is.
No sign yet coming out of the pile. We're going to have a conference on the play. It did go the 10 yards. And that's Charleston football. Charleston, that was not intended to be an onside kick, but it got pooched in there. And Charleston on that football, so they've got the ball back here in the 4th with 11-12 to go.
And it looks like number 20 would have came up with that.
Yeah, we will see. I don't know if we can grab that replay and bring it back to us or not, see if we can get one more look at that.
Yeah, it looks like Frazier maybe got on top of that.
So there's a kick.
Comes off his knees right there.
Right there, and it's just loose on the ground.
And it looks like Frazier right there gets on that.
Yeah, Frazier had passed the play and come back and jumped on the loose football. Corey, right now, I can tell you up front, when I look at teams' offensive lines comparing, Charleston will play Saxony later this year. Size-wise, give me Charleston.
Right.
Quarterback-wise, I can tell you, highly impressed by the sophomore McDowell up there at Saxony. He's a real deal as a quarterback. He's very comfortable in the pocket, sees the field well, doesn't panic. I believe, Charleston could throw some blitz packages at him, try to confuse him some, get a little crafty in their scheme, could give them some problems. But I think that could be a real game. Now, Saxony played very well up front, especially on their defensive line. I was very impressed there. So, I think they will be a tough team. I'm not sure Saxony's ready for Charleston's speed.
I would agree with that statement. Like I said, I'm with you. Give me Charleston with their front line, but give me McDowell at quarterback. But I'm interested to see the matchup nonetheless, to see who's going to come out on top of that.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a fun game to follow when it's played this year. I'm back and forth. I'm probably leaning Charleston a little bit today. I think the speed will be tough to be overmatched there, and the size a little bit. But I think it's going to be a fun game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way.
No, I don't either.
Well, so we are going to go have a re-kick here. So Charleston, there must have been a penalty on the play. Charleston, a re-kick. Here it is, short kick there in the air, and it bounces again. And that's Charleston football. You cannot advance. So that ball is going to be brought back to the spot. Corey, I am deeply confused of why they did not catch that football in the air.
Yeah, I'm confused on why we even had a re-kick in the first place. I guess we missed something somewhere along the lines.
And this could be this may be a big miss here. You cannot advance the football once recovered on a kick as a defensive team, but yet they've allowed this ball to be advanced here.
Right. The only thing I can think of, Bobby, is maybe it hit off the Charleston's defend. If it hits off of the receiving team.
Joe Kennedy was standing back deep.
If it hits off the receiving team, he can advance. If it does not, he can't. So
and that may be what they have seen.
If we can get a replay up, we will be able to see if it hits off the receiving team's hand.
Let's see if it hits a hands before this hits the ground.
Looking at this defender right
there.
Right there. It hit off his hand, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're seeing. So that's the reason they let the ball advance. It is Kimball to the side of Kirby. And we've got a stop and play. Timeout Malden on the play. So we're going to take a break as well. We will be back here to look at the next 11 minutes and 8 seconds of this football game here on Aycorp Sports.
At Simo Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let Simo Health Network take care of you.
I'm Karen Hillis, and I think you'll love what's behind this door.
Attractive brick ranch with 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, partially finished basement, 2 outbuildings, sitting on an acre of land.
Let's walk through it together. Give me a call today.
Back in Malden, the referees talk, and Corey, as we continue discussion, it had to hit off their hands. I imagine that's what they all kind of discussed on that play. Comes to conclusion is that's what happened.
Right.
Football advanced, and Charleston's football.
Yeah, it's hard to tell for the replay, but it looked like it hit off of a hand, a fingertip, something. Obviously, they've got a better look at it than we do up here, but that's the only thing I can think of the reason why they let it advance like they did.
So first down for Charleston, ball at the 26-yard line. Kirby, your quarterback, he's got 3 wide at the bottom. And it's going to be the hand to Kimball. He is upfield. Nice run on first down. He is going to be shy of the first, so pick up of about 8 on the play. Tipler on the tackle for Malden.
Which I think we were told was Berkman. I think he switched numbers maybe.
I think it is. And it looks like a Malden player down on the field with the cramps. We will step aside and let them take care of him. Back in a few on Aycorp.
Each morning as the sun rises, we get to work, right here in our own community, crafting cabinets with precision and care. Dedicated hands bring wood to life, shaping not just cabinets, but tradition. Proudly supporting the families and values we share. From our family to your home. WW Wood Products. Built here, built strong.
Welcome back. Players at 10-2 up and walking off the field on his own power, so that is good to see. Charleston up in this one 26-6. Malden had a couple of good drives going, and then twice on onside kicks here. Once it got called back, they re-kicked it, and then again on the next one, Charleston walked away with possession of the football even farther down the field.
Right.
Kimball to the side of Kirby. Kirby's now going to look to pass. He throws it to the end zone. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver there.
Timmy Frazier.
Frazier just about had himself a touchdown.
I'm kind of impressed with Kirby's field vision, his arm. His accuracy is there, Bobby. He's just, there's just some of them are falling short.
And he really likes the target of Rigney when he is in that football game.
Yes.
He's got the length and the stride to run him down. 3 wide at the bottom. And here's the snap. It goes to Kimball, inside run. He's near the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Charleston. Kimball, another touchdown on the night.
Virtually untouched right up the middle. I mean, a big old hole opened wide up for him, and he just basically pranced right in the end zone.
Yeah, made it one little patience on a cut right there, and he is up the field in a hurry and in. Charleston again looks to go for 2. Up comfortably now in this contest. So here it is. It's going to be Kirby with Kimball to his left. Here is a fake hand, throws it out there to Shandon, and Shandon's got the 2-point conversion is good off of his tight end position. So now 34-6 as Charleston leads this one. Corey, a little stump of the toe there for Charleston coming out of the half, but after that they have been in full control.
Yeah, they've taken over the ball game.
A lot of action again. Reminder coming back to you next week. Volleyball Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, football Friday. Action-packed week on Aycorp Sports. Looking over on the sister station there, the Sykeston Bulldog Nation Network. It is 33-7 in that game. Cape Central leads Sykeston. As well as Sykeston's played this year and coming back, competing at that Class 5 level, you can tell that they're just not there yet to be able to compete with the Cape Centrals of the world.
No, I think they'll get there, but they've got a little bit of a rough road ahead of them.
Yes, Sykeston, another new tillage. That's Jim May's second year over there in that program. He's trying to bring a program back. You can see the growth they're having. It's just going to take a couple of years to get there.
If any guy can make that program into something, Jim May can. Look what he did with Scott City for those years that he was there.
Yeah, he had some really tough Scott City teams. I know when my son was in high school football, we played him when he was coaching Scott City, and he always had a strong group up there every time you saw Scott City come to the town. You know it's going to be a fight. Right. Penalty yards are assessed after the kick, so Charleston will kick this from their own 25 now. I think hopefully Malden has learned their lesson. Just get on the football.
Yeah, don't try to catch it and receive it, return it. Just drop, get on it, get what yard you can.
And there's a flag dropped. That is on the far sideline there. That is Mr. Joe Kennedy drops that, and he's going to come in and moves the football back again. So it looks like an offsides on Charleston. So that backs them up to their 20-yard line.
They might have had 12 on the field. I saw one run off over there.
Could have been there. Here's Williams. He's going to kick that deepest kick they've made tonight. That is Moncrief on the catch. He's going to bring it up past midfield, cuts to the near sideline, past the 40, up to near the 35, and taken out of bounds there. So great field position to start out with for Malden.
Yeah, best return of the night for him as well.
So Malden will want to pick up on their pass drive successes, down 34-6. And best thing for them here is keep going for it. No matter fourth down or not, they're going to go for this drive, try to punch another one in.
Yeah, you gotta just start playing aggressive at this point.
Benford will be back to quarterback position here for them. He does have Lewis, who will be by his side. Lewis has been a very good runner tonight for Malden. And the leadership of Lewis, you can see he was counting men on the field. They knew they were short. Now they got the extra man on the field they needed. Here's the snap handed to Lewis up the middle. And, well, that snap, the timing was off a little bit, and you could tell Lewis had to check up and wait on the hand.
Yeah, he's down again too, Bobby.
Yeah, coming back up to his feet.
You know, he has taken a beating. He's been their workhorse tonight, and he's taken a beating.
He was met pretty quickly after that hand. He's kind of stood up tall, too.
Yeah.
A little bit vulnerable is what we'll say on that play as he's taking that hit. Malden still same kind of pace. They've kind of slowed the game calling the plays in. Definitely a lot more competitive game for Malden this week. They've got to be proud of that fact that they're showing competition and competing in this. Trying to build off players coming in and out of the lineups right now. And here's the pass. That is Benford throwing it deep, and it is picked off by Shandon. What an interception by Trayshawn Shandon.
One-handed interception. Wow.
Shandon has been all over the place tonight defensively. I believe that is his second interception. And you're talking about a defensive standout on the football field tonight. It is Trayshawn Shandon.
Yes. He has been linebacker, DN, cornerback, safety. He's been everywhere tonight.
A definite defensive standout, no doubt, and he gets Charleston the football back now deep in their territory, sitting at the 17-yard line. No hurry here for Charleston. That is Kirby. He's going to give the hand right there. That goes to Brennan on the double hand. Brennan now up past the 30, now to the 40, 45, 50, 40, 30, and he's going to make a cutback and another cutback. Now to inside the 20, down to the inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line. That happened in a hurry for Charleston.
A relatively first carry, too, I believe, of the night. He might have had some short ones, but he busted that off. We're going to look at the replay here.
Yeah, same play they've used a couple of times, and he just got open field on that one. Well, Charleston just really struggled to get hands on him. Not that he was outrunning any of them.
No.
They just struggled to really get a good hand on him.
He's played very well on defense, too, tonight.
Now, if I'm Brennan, I want this football back. He gets it back. They're going to try to get him into the score, and he is down at the 1. And if I'm Brennan, I'm telling him, hey, I got one more in me.
Give me one more.
They are down to the 1. So 2nd and goal right here for Charleston. Same set. We'll see if it comes to the same run. Here's the hand, same run, coming to Brennan, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, Charleston. So Brennan responsible for all 85 so-ish yards, 83 we'll say, on that drive, and 3 plays, and Charleston's in for the score.
Adds to Brennan's rushing stats for the night.
Charleston now well in control, 40-6 in the game. And they are set to go for 2 again, it looks like. So that is going to be Kirby, the quarterback. He comes all the way to the bottom of the screen now. That is Frazier. Looks like he's going to take the direct snap. Yeah, this looks like to be a run straight up the middle to Frazier. And a flag on the play. That may be delay of game. They got false start show, but that may be, I believe that's delay of game.
Yeah, he didn't get it. I don't think he got it off quick enough.
So they will reset, try for the extra point here again. Or the 2-point conversion. Frazier to get the direct snap. He's got it. He looks. He's going to follow blockers to the outside edge, trying to get there, and does. He's in for 2, so that makes it 42-6 here in Malden. Big controlling lead for Charleston as, you know, a little bit of the wind knocked out of the sail of Malden here this second half. What started out to be promising and good
has now
really
turned one-sided, yeah.
Yeah, 12-0 going into the half. It looked like they're going to be in a football game. Come back out, scored 18-6, and then it's just been Charleston from then on.
Yeah, the interception, the onside kick recovery, the squib kick recovery for yardage. Charleston is just, they seem like they can't do anything wrong this half, especially more in this fourth quarter. They really controlled it.
And again, you know, we talked about how they'll compete in that Class 1 matchups. They have Shannon's going to be a playmaker on defense. I really like Trayshawn Shannon, what he does. I don't know that there is a player out there physically who is going to be able to overmatch Shandon on Saxony's offense or on Haytai's offense. I mean, I believe the young man is built big enough, physical. He makes wonderful plays out there when he's on the field. He's going to be the force to be reckoned with defensively, I think, in that class.
Well, and I would go as far as saying Rigney on offense as well. I don't know if Saxony has any defenders that can tower, you know, you can have him with speed, but he's a tower. I mean, he's towering over the DBs out there, and I don't know if Haytai's got anything his size. I don't know if Saxony's got anything his size. So those two are going to be something to watch during those matchups.
And I think a kid, and I'm not as familiar with Haytai, but a kid like a Javante Payne, if he's out there covering him, I think that kid can keep up with him there. It'll be a good matchup, but they will have to match speed and size to him because he is a whale of a receiver. And I really think that stacks up well there. But I'm going to tell you that there is fun times coming in this area in Class 1, District 1.
Yes, there is.
Running clock in effect now as we have a timeout there on the field, it looks like. Timeout Charleston. We're going to step aside as well. We will be back for the last 5:48 here from Malden.
In football, every play starts with one goal: protect the ball. It takes strength, teamwork, and focus to keep it safe. At First State Bank and Trust, we protect what you worked hard for, your finances. With us, you'll have a team that's always alert, keeping your money safe from every angle, through every challenge. We're here to protect your finances because at First State Bank and Trust, your financial security is our game plan. First State Bank and Trust. Strong, secure, trusted. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Malden. Still in the timeout. 5:48 left in this one. Charleston 42-6. That they have had an explosive third quarter and fourth. Trying to see if I can get a few more score updates in the area. Jackson now up 33-21 over Edwardsville, Illinois. Park Hill Central 43-0 up late in the fourth in that one. Still showing 6-0 Kelly and Donovan. Cape Central 33-7 over Sykeston. Farmington now 49-6 over Poplar Bluff. There's the hand to Lewis as no gain on the play. Also, St. Genevieve, boy, that has turned into a close one there. 21-15, St. Genevieve and Kennett.
Wow. Kennett shows a spark of life here late.
St. Genevieve received votes for top 10 placement in Class 3, and Kennett showing some fight down there. Also, we reviewed Father Toten over East Prairie 58-0. Charleston, we have that one here 42-6 now. Kind of where it leaves us, and we will see what we get here the rest of this one. Do not have any more score updates from Dexter. I'll have to make a text and see if I can find that one out. Here's the snap, inside hand again. That's going to be Lewis. He bounces it off tackle now, and he's got room to run to the 40. Now up to the 50. A stiff arm, and Shannon will chase him down out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And Lewis down with an ankle.
You know, he's been favoring that ankle all night, Bob. He's went down a couple times, came back up, set out a couple of plays over it, and now it looks like he's down. He's in some pain.
Yeah, pain there. He is out of bounds. They got him up on his feet. He's going to try to limp back on the field and stay in this football game. What a fight out of that young man.
I think they might have to make him set out at least one play, maybe.
But no timeout of play there, stoppage of play, and it's 42-6. And that young man said, no, I'm good. Let me stay in the game.
Yeah, he's been favoring it all night. Like I said, he's really showing some fight and some toughness right now.
Very impressed with Lewis tonight. He has ran the ball very hard for Malden, fought through some nagging injuries. And a big pickup there from Malden got him a first down. Man in motion. Here's a snap. It's going to be Benford himself taking it. He takes the edge, takes it all the way down and out of bounds. Looks like he is out at the 31-yard line, maybe. Again, action-packed week coming your way. Volleyball every night, but Wednesday and then football Friday. That's going to be live from Dexter. A lot of activity, things going on the Dexter campus. They are building a brand new press box there. They've got the soccer field now built behind that new press box going up. Had a lot of additions to the school there, so a lot of construction going on in that area. What is a beautiful campus already, and they're just adding on, doing some things with it. So we will be welcoming into that area next week as we have Benford here now. Lewis to his left. Here's the hand goes to Lewis. Lewis cuts it up the field inside the 20 now. Now he's going to take it into the end zone and score for the Malden Greewave. Lewis capping off a fine night running the football. Devin Lewis, big run there.
Yeah, just great cut up, great ball control. Gets in for the second touchdown of the night for Malden Greewave.
Well, again, game had slipped out of hand. Clock ticking down late in a minute, and look at this team still fight. They've got something to fight for. They saying, hey, we can score, we can play. Had a really good first half again, and that second half just kind of fell apart on them. They had chances, moved the football, didn't convert, and now converted second time this half here.
Yeah, had a lot of fight in the first half. Started the second half out strong. And then, like you said, just kind of went all Charleston's way. But I think they're going to finish the game real strong here, Bobby.
They're setting up for the two-point conversion. See if they can get that. Benford the snap. He'll look. He throws it to the end zone, and it is caught, and it is good. Two-point conversion to Moncrieve. So that takes it to a 42-14 ball game. 1:26 left.
Probably going to go for an onside kick here. Got another Malden player down over there.
A short bench already, and you can tell these teams have to battle, and that is a quarterback.
Yeah, that's the third string quarterback.
That may have been on a celebration down here at the end zone because he threw the ball, and then that was way away from where he threw the ball.
Yeah, I think he was celebrating with Moncrief, and he came down wrong on his ankle or something.
So a little bit of a turned ankle there. Hope he will be okay. Have a final from Sykeston now. Cape Central 33-14 over Sykeston. So Cape Central Rose, they lost their big running back Boyd here 2 weeks ago, broken leg, and Cape Central just keeps rolling right now.
Right. You know, Jim and I had the game at Jackson and Cape Central last year. Cape Central was very impressive from the start of the game to the end of the game. They actually ended up beating Jackson by a fairly decent margin.
I'm going to, Corey, you and I have the call here week 8.
Right.
Cape Central and Lift for Life. That is going to be a fantastic matchup you'll want to tune into. I think that one's got all the potential in the world to be a very high-scoring and active game.
I do too. And, you know, and Cape's facilities are absolutely beautiful.
There's an onside kick there recovered at the 50-yard line by Charleston.
Don't know much about Live for Life. They're coming from a St. Louis area team. I have watched them play against New Madrid back several years ago, but I'm excited. I get excited anytime I get to do a Cape game, a Jackson game, anything like that, because you know there's going to be some live action. You know it's going to be a good game. You know it's going to be intense. You know there are going to be some big plays.
I can tell you, Live for Life is probably going to bring down about 70, 75 kids. They are big, and then they're athletic and fast where they need to be. They will have a very good program there. Tony Wolford runs that program, and he's going to have those kids ready to play. That will be an action-packed game, I can guarantee you on that one.
I'm excited.
Charleston here only needs a minute 26 to take this one final as they lead 42-14. They have had a good night running and passing the football, and we've got a stop on the field. Looks like a timeout by Malden, so we will step aside. We will be back here on Aycorp Sports.
Welcome to First State Community Bank, where the community is at the heart of everything we do. At FSCB, we're your trusted neighbors, committed to strengthening the connections that make our town thrive. You get more face time with our dedicated team to understand your unique needs and help guide you to financial success. We also provide the latest technology, so you can enjoy the convenience without compromising the personalized touch. Experience our hometown advantage with modern conveniences. Visit us at fscb.com.
Welcome back to the Swamp. 1:25 now left in this football game. 42-14 Charleston. We will check the schedules for them. So next week it is going to be Charleston will travel to Ballard Memorial, Kentucky. That is in Barlow, Kentucky. And the Malden Greewave, they will take on the Donovan Dons. Corey, I'm going to tell you, I've now seen both teams. Malden probably has a few more players, and I can tell you if they can be strong up front. Now, there's a wide receiver, Caleb Putnam, for Donovan, who's really good. They'll have to control him. But if they can take care of the business there, Malden may walk away with a win next weekend at home here versus Donovan.
Yeah, I've got Malden favored in that one as well. I love Coach Hampton to death. You know, offensive coordinator for Portersville when they were successful, went up there as a head coach. He just doesn't have the program where he wants it yet. I think he will get there, but I've got Malden favored in that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup. Both teams, you know, looking for wins right there, have struggled some this season, but I can tell you that is going to be as fun as games you're going to see in Malden this year. I think those teams have a pretty good matchup coming, but like you, Malden may be the favorite a little bit in there, as that is Wells now. He's going to cut it up, first down yardage, and Morris. He's going to push to the end zone and may score, and he does. Charleston back into the end zone, and the clock continues to run as Wells punches it in. 48-14 now.
Wells showing off his wheels.
Just another strong run from Charleston.
You know, they just have weapon after weapon after weapon in the backfield there, Bobby.
Yeah, explosive second half for them. Clock does stop on the touchdown at 29 seconds. Charleston showing no signs of slowing down this season. They have put together a fantastic game plan through the air, on the ground. You name it, they have been there tonight.
Played well defensively, 2 interceptions.
Scott again for another try on a extra point. Here it is. Hold is down. Kick is up, and kick is no good. So 48-14 right now as they will get ready to kick this off. Coach Pulley has seen some success and challenges in this football game. He will hope to have his staff back together next week. If he can get a full roster back, get Zion Bell back would be nice. He could be looking at a strong staff and a big win coming next week.
Yeah, you know, he's kind of had a rough time tonight on his third-string quarterback. He's had key players go down, get injured, come out. Hopefully they can turn things around with their health, get healthy, get the players back, and show a little bit more success this season.
Well, Charleston will tee it up. Williams has it at his 40-yard line. Malden back to receive this one. I would expect a deeper kick from Charleston. No need for an onside kick here. They were lacking one player. They'll get him on, and now they have 11. Williams set. He kicks that, kind of pooches that, and it is going to be caught by Malden. Brings it upfield. That is Reed taken down at the 45-yard line. Clock stops at 23 seconds on the kickoff, so it will wind as they place it and should take us to our final snap of this football game. Charleston walk out of here. Nice win again on the night, 48-14. A lot of running yards tonight, and the passing yards, they come 2 big strikes through the air, both of them to Rigney. He showed he can cover ground in a hurry if you put the ball out there and just let him go get it.
2 big air strikes, 4, 5 explosion run plays, just huge game offensively for Charleston tonight.
And here comes the snap. Here is Benford. He's got it. He's going to look to pass. He's going to throw it long up in the air at his Moncrief and incomplete. So
almost
right in and out of the hands.
Intercepted by, looks like number 12, freshman Trey Brown for the Charleston Blue Jays.
And they are showing, they stopped the clock, but I think they are showing to wind the clock here. It is a 30-point game, so should be an automatic clock running. Again, he is showing wind, and it's not winding. So 18 seconds left.
Yeah, we should have a continuous clock here.
Here's Benford again. He is in the gun. He's got it. He's going to hand that to Lewis up the middle. He's going to have a nice run there. First down yardage for the Greewave. So clock does stop again in 11 seconds.
Yeah, it's winding now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, that will take us to a final here in Malden. It is Charleston 48, Malden 14. Other scores in the area right now, it is Jackson 33-21 over Edwardsville, Illinois, in a fourth. Also, Park Hill Central 43-0 over Fredericktown. Kelly 6-0 right now over Donovan. Farmington 49-6 over Poplar Bluff. St. Genevieve now another score, 29-15. That game is in the fourth quarter at Kennett. Father Toten the win, 58-0 over East Prairie. Cape Central again, 33-14 over Sykeston. Charleston the win here, and no score yet updated to me from Dexter. So, Corey, any final thoughts on this one before we wrap this one up here for Malden tonight?
No, I think Charleston is showing that their weapons on defense. They've got good weapons on offense. I think Malden, for the lack of success they've had in previous years, I think that they've showed that they do have some gas in the tank, and I think that they are going to be looking to get their first win. I believe it's next week against Donovan. I think they'll get their first win next week as long as they come out and play defensively like they played the first half. Don't get down. Your wins get sucked out of your sails. Find the win, get back in the ball game. Don't give up. They played to the end. I will give them that. I think there's signs of life for this Malden team.
You're right. I mean, they played tough and hard, and they did put some scores up on the board tonight. So big start there. Get some guys healthy coming back next week. Chance for a big win here at home. For Corey Sess, for myself, for all of us here at Aycorp Sports, good night from Malden, Missouri.